This Transmissions Trips to the Store video has been brought to you with the help of listeners like you. Without Patreon support, Transmissions would not be the show it is today. You can sign up for Patreon at www.transmissionspodcast.com/support.
Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show off all the awesome Transformers stuff we got this week. This video is part of our regular Transmissions podcast. You can check that out at our website, transmissionspodcast.com. We do 2 shows every week. The first show every Wednesday is Transmissions, our flagship show. It's all about Transformers toys, and Trips to the Store is a part of that. So hopefully if you're watching this, you are listening to the podcast. And then every Friday, we do Transmissions Alt Mode, which is all about Transformers comics and media. This week, we are going to review Transformers number 6, which was out today, this Wednesday. So hopefully by Friday, you should have read the comic and you'll be willing to hear us spoil it for you. All right. So this week on Trips to the Store, we have a special guest, Jay Bartlett. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, my friends. It is my pleasure.
And that's coming, Yoshi. It's coming. Don't worry. Jay is doing a documentary on action figure toys, and he's already done a documentary on Nintendo games called Nintendo Quest. So he's been gracious enough to give us an interview. We'll have that up soon, or we already have it up, maybe. But he's been joining us on the toy show and led a great discussion about the 1986 Transformers movie. So you should definitely listen to the whole podcast for that. All right. So as always, Transformers is brought to you by you, the listener, all of our lovely donatrions who contribute to the show and help support us. If you want to join the ranks of our donatrions, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And if you want to help us out by buying stuff from our store, you can go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And that's where you can get some Transmissions themed merchandise, particularly t-shirts. It's powered by TeePublic. So let's get into the stuff we got this week. And Yoshi's he's been on hiatus for a little while, so we're gonna bring him back and on assignment. That's right. So Yoshi, start us off. What do you got this week?
Well, Jay, you're the guest here. Are you aware of who CGC is?
I don't believe I am.
All right. In the comics world, these guys are the peak of grading and casing your comic books.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They're also the guys you go to for authenticating a signature on a comic book. Now, as the rest of you guys know, I was at Emerald City Comic-Con where Alex Milne was there. And I had a copy of our Transformers exclusive cover. And so I went up to the CGC booth to figure out what was involved in witnessing a signature. And it wasn't a lot. I was able to just sign the book and get it authenticated.
That's cool.
So I have my signature is right there. Now I'm in the system. And it's a 9.8. This was such a shit copy. I was not expecting it to come back 9.8. So, yeah.
That is cool, man.
That's that just came in the mail the other day.
It's awesome.
Very nice.
Yes. Next.
All right, Jay, we're gonna come to you.
So I am a collector of many action figures, the Big Five, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Masters of the Universe, and some Turtles. My latest Transformers, although it was not this week, it was a couple weeks ago, would be the 2014, if I can point that there, Jetfire. Jetfire's always been right here for me. I can't tell you why, other than he looks absolutely incredible. And yeah, I got him at Heroes. Heroes had a really cool sale, right, Darryl? And I picked him up. For pretty cheap. I always wanted this one. I have his Valkyrie helmet upstairs. But that's Jetfire, so that's my latest pickup. I love this figure.
Right on.
It's just so cool, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you planning?
I think I priced that one.
Did you? There you go.
Are you planning to pick up that new Jetfire from the Siege line that's coming out later this year?
Oh, 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love the whole Siege line. I think they're terrific, terrific figures. So for sure.
Cool. All right, I'll go next, and I have a little guy. So I got to Walmart and I picked up a G1 reissue. This is Minibot Swerve. So I saw him. I honestly wasn't gonna get him, but then when I saw him, so he was packaged not as a car. I have him here in car mode, but he's packaged as in his robot form, of course. And when I saw him and I looked at his face, like you can see the face, I thought, wow, did they retool the face just to make him look like the More Than Meets the Eye character? But then when I looked on I did buy it because I thought that, but then I looked him up on tfu.info and the TF wiki, and no, this is actually the based on the Encore Japanese reissue from a few years ago, and it just coincidentally happens to look a lot like his picture in the comic, which is probably not a coincidence. It probably was based on that, but so that's fine. But that's cool. It's a G1 reissue. My first Walmart G1 reissue that I picked up. I missed out on all the other ones. They did have a ton of the Optimus Primes there, but it's Optimus Prime without the trailer for $50. No, thank you.
Nah.
So I didn't pick that up, but it is cool. You know, he comes on a card. He comes with the tech specs, so that's cool.
I saw someone on Facebook that had done like an inflation, calculation for what those guys cost in the 80s and what Walmart's selling them for, and it's about the same cost.
Yeah, but for Optimus Prime, he's missing the trailer.
I'm talking about the mini bots.
Oh, for the mini bots.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like $7 or so.
Yeah, I think it's a little more. I think it was close to 10. I'm not sure. I don't know, but it's. I bought them.
You got that Pennsylvania sales tax.
I can still pretend he's from the More Than Meets the Eye Swerve too. So I actually have the More Than Meets the Eye Swerve bot too. So yeah, he's got the rub sign is I thought the rub sign was like misstickered. It's sideways, but actually on the G1 figure it's sideways too. So I guess it's
don't have a lot of room there.
Form.
You mean it's
But yeah.
That's cool.
All right, so I'm gonna throw it over to Jeremy. What did you get?
There you go. Well, I showed this off a few weeks ago, and it was in a box, and now it is out of the box and off of all the sprues, and I have put together my Flame Toys IDW styled Optimus Prime.
Ooh.
Oh, very cool.
It took me between yesterday and today. It took me probably about 5-6 hours total, and numerous cuts from I had to use a box cutter to like clean off where this thing were connected, and I really like this guy. He is incredibly posable. You've got joints everywhere. It's got 3 different hands. You have this kind of open hand, it has a fist, and then it has a hand specifically made to hold the gun. So the gun doesn't come off without taking the hand off. But you can do all sorts of poses. You've got, joints at the hip, joints at the knee. It's got ankle tilts because this is a toy. This is great. I put all the stickers on except for there's 2 stickers on like the either side of his face that were just too small, and even with tweezers I couldn't get them in. But my only issue with it is since I've never done Gundams and stuff, so I didn't have all the tools I actually needed. There were parts where it said you should really glue these parts together, and since I don't have the glue, I didn't do it. And if I do manipulate the joints and stuff, pieces do kind of start spreading back open. So I might need to come back with some glue on some parts just to kind of keep them. Like if you see the back elbow here, it's starting to spread, and I just need to squeeze it back together. So other than that, I mean, for a non-transforming figure, this is great. Just, I mean, the, building it from a model kit, it's just, I didn't know what to expect, and I had a lot of fun putting it together.
For a figure that almost literally killed you, I'm glad you're happy with it.
Yeah. Well, the figure didn't kill me. The box cutter is what almost killed me. So, yeah. But yeah, this
That's
guy,
cool.
I mean, and the plastic was already colored. It's just, it's got stickers to help. And then windows are translucent. The eyes are the translucent plastic. So yeah, this thing is great. If you're on the fence about getting these Flame Toys model kits for $35, it's not bad.
Nice. All right, Darryl, you can bring us home. What do you got this week?
All right. Well, after multiple weeks of having new stuff and, basically owning this category for us and just, being the one who just cleans up for us all. And
Also, the one who doesn't have his signature authenticated on a comic book yet.
that's okay with me. I don't have an ego.
The humblest one on the podcast.
That's right. I'm the most humble. Just ask me about it. I've shown this off before. This is my Pretender Grimlock. He's complete, but he's really cool. And I just wanted to highlight some of the funkier stuff that G1 did. Inside, you do get the most anatomically correct Tyrannosaurus Rex there has ever been. It's they're a fun little gimmicky thing that Transformers did in the late 80s that really weren't, the best, but as looking back as a collector now, they are some of the funnest because they're just so bonkers. I do like it. It's fun. The tail comes off completely as a gun, and you just transform him very, very simply. It's not completely dissimilar from the original G1, but it's a little different. But then he's done just like that. So it's Pretender Grimlock. Not a new figure, something I've had for a while, but they're fun. And it's something I have that's complete.
Well, you didn't make the noise. Come on. The transforming noise.
There you go. He's about to. Hey.
All right. Well, that will do it for this episode of Trips to the Store. Again, want to thank Jay for joining us on this episode and on the podcast. So check out episode 331 of Transmissions to hear Jay join us for all the toy discussion. And check out our special interview episode where we talk all about Jay and his upcoming action figure documentary. So thanks, Jay, for joining us.
Guys, thanks. It's been a blast, and I'll come back anytime to talk some robots. No problem. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Again, want to remind you, if you would like to become a Donatreon and support the show, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. If you want to get some merchandise, transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And if you want to leave us feedback, go to transmissionspodcast.com/feedback. And that's where you can leave us a voicemail. You can leave us emails. You can leave comments on our website. You can contact us on social media. There's lots of ways to get in touch. You can even leave a comment right below in the YouTube video here. So, feel free to comment there. All those places, we will, if we get a chance to read them, we might talk about them on the show if you have a question or a comment. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.